Sea kayak tripping can be one of the most invigorating, satisfying, and even therapeutic activities. But if you don't adequately prepare yourself, it can end up being memorable for some very different reasons.
To help you prepare for a trip, we've created a sample packing list in the special feature segment of this DVD. Although every trip is different, this will at least provide a starting ground for you.
We're now going to look at some of the more important issues to consider when planning a trip and for when you're out on the water.
One of the first things you'll want to do when planning a trip is secure charts for the area and a guidebook if there's one available.
There may be hazards to avoid or some great sights that you won't want to miss. You'll also want to figure out what the tides will be doing, as it might be necessary to paddle through some channels when the tide is flowing in a certain direction or when it's slack. When planning your trip, take into consideration that groups generally travel between 2 and 4 knots on flat water. Make sure that you have plenty of takeout options along the way and build in rest or storm days so that you don't feel it's necessary to push on in poor conditions. It's also smart to make a fallback plan because many of the worst decisions have been the result of groups clinging to plans despite a number of factors working against them. As a final note, leave a float plan with a friend that outlines both your A and B plans. If a search ever becomes necessary, this outline can dramatically speed up the time it takes for your group to be found.